Three Esper charms, chat. How could I not keep this hand? Well, the answer is simply, and I will not. Hello, GGGL, already declaring GG's. Last seen deck 7 days ago, blue red. Okay. Put back cryptic. Oops. No, it's not blue red. In fact, it's Amulet Titan. Position is gonna be better the sooner we cast it. Because we can take an Explore, or an Amulet, or a Pact. The trial is very slow if we take the Amulet. We can probably find a counterspell by the time the Titan arrives. Or they might play turn 3 Dryad and then like do stuff, we need to kill it. And if we take a Dryad, then in theory we can like leave them the Amulet. I think taking the Amulet slows them down for the most part enough that it's what I want to do. First, that is not true, but thank you for showing up. For sure casting 2 opts. I think we get a second Water Grave. Mana Leak is acceptable, and second one is gonna get me Kaya's Gal, which is kinda not Gucci with all of that stuff. The Mana Leak this, we have Snap Mana Leak for the Titan, and they have the Eliminate for the other one. Yeah, that's my desirable approach here. Plus they don't get to play dual lands, so they're slower. What? Reveal cards from top of your library until you reveal a non-land card and put all cards revealed this way into your hand. Excuse me? Alright. Garden Brick and Grazer. Or spelling streams now Yellow Hat style. Not every day, but occasionally. Occasionally is more convenient. I like that it lets me eat a proper meal in the middle of the day. I think that's pretty nice. We have a Cannon Brick, Grazer, Pact, 2 unknowns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. They can technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I can play land and they still can get leaked, but soon they won't be able to. That is starts to be slightly problematic. I'm gonna kill it now, so my opponent doesn't get to play an extra land. We'll play Titan on this turn. Anyway, Mana Leak doesn't catch the Titans anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If they play an untapped land. Which means that their hand is some respected unknowns. And I could ditch a Snapcaster, or I could keep Snapcaster Mana Leak. That if they don't have an untapped land, you can still Mana Leak. Which is not costly. One card left in my hand. I would really like an Esper Charm or something against their deck. A może nie, no, może nie. Will the table stream configuration be standard from here and out? No, but it will be an occasional fixture of my stream. Because I didn't play a land, so I maybe didn't necessarily need to do that, actually. But we drew a good one. With Azusa, it's like relatively plausible that I guess Azusa hasn't changed much when it comes to the roads of So maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should have had the Snapcaster, but also didn't really. You should play companion. What one? What companion? Wow, fetch lands are so trash with Sanctuary Band. They're certainly significantly less attractive than they used to be. Yorion. Well, Yorion is a hefty cost to play it. You know, fetch lands are terrible. Now, Primeval Titan is much more tame if it actually resolves, because it's not even all that problematic. Should we make them discard? You have 2 cards. They probably, well, they might be holding Titans waiting for a cavern or something. They might be like holding Titans waiting for stuff to draw. Maybe I'll be holding a Crumbling Vestige and a Amulet Titan, in which case it's not the best Esper Charm ever. Damn, no! The pressure. The Crypticon doesn't protect me against that. Okay, how are you doing? How is Mrs. Kaneki? She's sick, but she's fighting through the sickness bravely. How has River of Tears been? Kinda cringe. TBH. Not too bad, too big of a fan. It's also pretty bad when you're on the play and you like have the River of Tears that you want to play against an aggro deck. And you have a push. You can't push, right? On turn 1. It's also was pretty bad when, you know, I played it and then I had a cryptic command, but my opponent cast a spell end of turn. I don't know, unless he probably played Drowned Catacombs. Does River of Tears offer many upsides to its alternatives? Yeah, I think Drowned Catacombs would be probably better. Which I'm dying to Disgrazer. Wonder if I'll survive in time. My opponent already declared this game to be a good game and the opening line that they said. Unfortunately, despite like how comedic it would be, I think I'll not die the Grazer anymore. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry, chat. It is a waste, but you can pretty safely push it. You're at 6 life after all. And Snapcaster will trade for 1 plant, and then like by then we're gonna have enough extra cards from Teferi that can do something. Now like we are already used 3 Dread Illusion Grove. I guess at any point they can cast Treasure Hunt and draw multiple lands. Once your snap already. No, because like why would I use the Cryptic? I'm not gonna use it yet. Haven't seen Esper in Forever and Modern. Well, they banned 7 cards or so, so that's a factor probably. When every deck was playing blue-green, forced to play blue-green, then we were not playing Esper. I think I'm gonna take 2 and then 2 and 2. So do I actually bounce the Snapcaster? I think I do, because I don't have another Snapcaster spell for a Titan. Really one what your opponent just doesn't know it yet. Well, yeah, I mean at the same time I'm getting heavily pounded by this plant, so even though I already won, I also am kinda scared. Okay, safe from plant beatdowns for another turn. Take needs man lands, 1 colonnade, 1 shambling man, 1 time, giving target easy. I think that's too much. I think some could be like maybe fine. Kanister is being attacked by the plant token, okay. Mr. Master. Shambling Vein giving life is pretty potent actually. Of course, it's kinda cringe to play Shambling Vents with Archmage's Charm and cryptic commands, so Emblem Brainstorm seems pretty powerful. I agree, it seems. And point the size that they can beat the Fairy Emblem with 2 Planeswalkers. I understand them perfectly. Some eliminates, Field of Ruin. Fatal Push is quite bad, but we're gonna have some to kill the Dryads. Eliminate is better, because it hits them always. Can fill out with the Fairy, Force of Negation, more Push. The other cards we just want. Person is kinda terrible too, I guess. Dispute. We can fill out with Dispute too, but it's pretty bad, right? Mana League. Kinda cringe. We have trackers in the sideboard, like everybody has the trackers. Let's have 1 Force because it's gonna be free. The Fairy I don't. What's the cost of like? It's for grinding matchups. Sometimes you just really want to draw 4 cards. And the 12/12 Annihilator 4 body is also nothing to be ashamed of. It's pretty good at, specifically against opponents that control permanents. That's quite a desirable of an effect. Put back the Verdict, I guess. My Verdict is put it back. Even I fetch that way. I guess we don't want Watery Grave. So I guess we want the Underwater. Well, we can get Godless Shine, but I guess we get another Watery Grave. But we would like to fetch right now, so Logic Notice of Maximum Power and 10 2, obviously. Simple. Seems like a desirable effect. Yes, I spent a fetch and now I can get punished by Fearless Tracker. But I can also not. There's also a downside, I guess. They named humans, so it seems like terrible tracker. Does anyone else verbally announce to their opponents when they are gaining tempo? Like whenever I blind flip a Delver of Secrets, I tell my opponent I've gained significant tempo. I think there might be not too many legacy gamers in this chat. And I also think they don't, but good question. I think I'd rather keep the Esper Charm because you can make them discard later on. Very potent. We need to draw 2 for sure, we're gonna have a counter spell anyways. Okay, now I'll never try fetch, and I'll feel like a stupid fuck. Not even that, I'll never draw a land, but that wrong I was. Also forgot to fetch my Death Metal Island, which is unfortunate. I don't think we can tap out for a Titan next turn. Transmute. I can't counter that, but I would like to. We got a Cavern of Souls with a Transmutation. In that case, we actually will Primeval Titan. Well, Jason Mind Sculptor. The sitting on counter spells seems poor. Intro my single Inquisition or Or you can not draw it. Or you can draw other guess well. I wouldn't have shown them the field. I could have drawn a black spell, so I think it's worth more to be able to cast my Inquisition rather than not to show the field, them the field. I think that's pretty minor. Although, like, I agree that there is some minuscule value in here, in that. Otherwise returns, okay. So, since I know they have a Snapcaster Mage on top, I could actually kill their Cavern of Souls. They're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. And then minus bounce the Primal Titan. Debated yet again. Damn you jokester. Titan board, same flashes, no Titan on board. Exactly. We start with enchantment chat. Dude, I can destroy my Jace, which is sad, but we ran out of cat food, so I had to feed my cats roast chicken, and they are being super snooty about it. It's actually a cat and be fed chicken roast. We fed ours some leftover chickens from when we made broth. Like, they sometimes want to eat it, sometimes not really. I don't know if I want to Snapcaster opt. I think I might not want to. Although hitting land drops is valuable and I kind of need gas, snap gas. That's what I need. So drawing a Planeswalker in the meat. I guess drawing the Fairies right now is super strong, okay. Peacock. The Fairy. The Fairy. Alright, YOLO. There's no time! When that's like any kind of counter magics, they're gonna shrek me, but recent lists pretty uniformly did not have counter magic. I wonder why opponent play a Titan before the bounce lands. Keep their options open. If the Titan is out, then they can do other stuff. Or do you mean that they should have held it for a turn? That's also costly to hold it for a turn, especially, you know, letting me use more mana or whatever I want. I guess I can play second Titan now. No, they can. They have not enough manas. Pact? Summer's Pact. Now, placing Jace on my opponent's Titan on top of their deck. PogChamp or Cringe? I think PogChamp. No, they banned Uro, you can't play Ethergast anymore. Oh, they banned Uro and not Ethergast, though. So, can. Okay, I can draw lands. They drew Mystery Rainforest, Castle Garenbrick, Tierless Tracker. Interesting card. Any opinions on Treasure Hunt, chat? What if you put the Titan on the bottom to psych you out? It says so in the game log, so... Since medium? Yeah, probably. Probably medium. Alright, exploded. Plus Brainstorm. Yeah, ever wondered Twitch chat MTG? I lost a 15-minute control matchup in arena because I timed out sending emotes when I'd won. Worst part, opponent had emotes muted so they didn't even see. Karma for playing arena, exactly. Can't tap your Valakut friend. Magic the Gathering Arena is an excellent way to spend spare time and spare funds, chat. I frequently play Magic the Gathering Arena and my head is in excellent condition and I feel very good overall. And my back definitely doesn't hurt. If I were not doing that with MTG, if I were not to spend money in MTG Arena, what do you think would be true out of those specifics? I play with emotes off and then turn them on when I need to BM. Yeah, that's smart. Are you excited for Hogak 2 Electric Boogaloo featuring Bradnas and Brian Doohan? I don't think Brian Branduin is... Well, Brian Branduin was a consultant DDS, but I don't think Nelson was. Maybe he was. That's on the podcast? Okay. I thought it was just BBD. It was also like weird to me because BBD is like very far removed from Magic recently. Seems like from his social media presence. But maybe that was decided in the past or something. But you'd think that, you know, for the like test that, but for people who like would like to test your final stages of modern specific product, you would probably want somebody who's like very in touch as of currently. He says how he's feeling really removed from Magic, which is funny since he does a weekly Magic podcast where he often has the best insights. Interesting. I've listened to their podcast a few times. I don't remember who had the best insights though. Oh fuck. Chat, what's happening? They don't have 15 mana, but they named Eldrazi of the Cavern. I have one Emrakul in my challenge in my showcase list. 5, 6, 7. I think they chose to play Kozilek or Ulamog maybe. Kozilek. Okay, Kozilek is fine. Kozilek's fine. Doesn't do anything. Almost shot myself. Ulamog would be good. Kill the Stefari. They're like... Well, it would be very good. Like, how do I deal with Ulamog long term? I guess I bounce it with Jace, but that's kind of a coping mechanism rather than a solution. Those other misses came from the beginning, nothing happened, I was just casting spells. And I cast a Kozilek. But besides that, not much. Green black. Okay, there's no Valakut anymore. Sure. Get Cavern back, play Cavern named Titan. Get casted. But it's wasting our time right now. No, I feel like my time is being well spent. I'm playing a control game where I'm in control. What else is there more to desire? What would be a better way to spend time? Play a game where I'm not in control? Lose? Feels weird. Exactly, the fun is that you're in a winning position for a longer time than you would be in with Necro deck. With Necro deck it's just like, can you win? What did my opponent say in the end? Didn't see, I didn't catch it, didn't quite catch it. A strong matchup, I have to assume medium. Medium minus. Actual true kanister and Esper MTG fans are saving up their channel points to ban KCI. Yeah, they also... The actual fans also realize that subscribing grants you channel points at twice the rate that non-subscribing does. Why isn't Gruul midrange seeing any play right now? Because Naya midrange is mostly better. Naya builds or Timur builds. Not the junk builds, but those two are mostly better than aggressive Gruul. Get out of my swamp. What's my point doing though? I will not attack just for the purpose of not attacking. Because I think attacking would be improper, I will not attack. Ooh, company. What if I had a force? And I guess I would have forced it on their turn too, and they can hit this, so it'd be pretty good for them. Do it this way. Peace. Slap. Real magic players only win via Chase ultimate, yes, or through the fairy attacking. Destroying Dread is nice, it's such a scam, or at least that's how I felt when that ability was used against me. Play fetch twice, well, we can stop that. But when you're the one who's Esper charming, then I agree. I appreciate the Dryad staying back, but I do not understand it. I'll brainstorm, I think. Find a fatal push and it's gonna be all good if I find a fatal push. That's not a fatal push, unfortunately. Maybe I had a stand back in case of Puff on Skyclave, probably. Also could have kept Manalik in my hand, but I don't think Manalik is gonna be good much. Okay, maybe Manalik was better to keep than Esper Charm. Although it's just so unlikely that I'm gonna Manalik it, I think. Very good stuff, says my opponent as I flash in a Snapcaster Mage with no removal spell to flashback, with no mana to flashback the removal spell. Both of my Jesses are gone. I guess like I only have one Teferi left in my deck to win with. Or the Teferi on the battlefield, I guess two Teferis. I guess the Teferi is like well and alive. Perfect timing. Imagine, will my point say very good stuff again after I cast the Force of Negotiation? Will they type something in the chat? Yes, they did. Well, will they respond positively to my Supreme Verdict chat? Yes, they will love your verdict. I think so too. Or maybe I won't verdict at all. Reap. Oh, because they played a cosplay of this and they replayed it. I see, that's what happened. That means that I'm actually in trouble, chat. Potentially. I'm gonna draw because draw has such a high payoff if we find a white source. I'm not gonna attack because who cares? And we're gonna pass a turn. Ha ha ha, yep. I'm kinda triggered, I kinda want to respond to my opponent. Something simple. Like, shut up, please. But that would be a good way to instigate a conflict. And I would rather not instigate a conflict. Especially when it's one random frustrated guy versus me and like potentially the Twitch chat. Does your MPL contract prevent you from typing get direct in the model chat? No. The plates is kinda tricky, I frequently don't see it myself. Make an excavator bad draw for them. Quite a show. These lands are a risk to organized play, I tell you. Confusing poor model grinders. To an extent, yes. Why not flash snapcaster and kill opponent? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Why do that? Not quite as confusing as Dread Arbor. I don't know, arguably. Force of negotiation seems poor. The fairy seems okay against mono 3 drops. Haven't seen a 2 drop. I don't know what else we do. Let's stay ramp. Milk at the mana leaks. Reason wise. Buka! How is my favorite Polish MTG player? Fine. Bułka, ty głupku. What do you think about plugin? In fact, I don't have a strong opinion. But it's not a very popular deck, and most often when a deck is not very popular, like it's not great. It would be popular if it was great. Are you playing Esper all day long? No, I had a long pause in the middle of the stream. 2 streams today. Yellow hat style. My daughter is in surgery. I'm watching this to keep my mind off it. I hope that everything is gonna turn out fine. I want to defy, bounce. Maybe I do want to bounce this. I think I do. Łeczko. Okay. Edgy step odds. Edgy step odds, chat. Well, that was super nice when I tried it this weekend. I was 3-1 in the league, but I flooded really badly in one match. What made you decide that the Enrex snapped Godless Shrine unjustly? I don't know what does it mean to snap, unfortunately, but I don't think Godless Shrine is terrible in this deck. What I do think is terrible is River of Tears. will overextend at some point. In instance of driving away or warding off, known a refusal to recognize someone you know. What made you decide that the Yendrek snap got less shine unjustly? Well, I copied the list from Yendrek, so I had I literally messaged him on facebook.com and I said, Yendrek, give me a Esperka please. And he sent me the link to the list. And that means that I target myself with Esper Charm. Yeah, he already got a shine. You don't even have a company? Expect a company, I just got some value because I have two. Someone sent me a vintage mail list they lost their winning in for the top 8 of the challenge. It's kinda funny. It's probably kinda potent against. We die to fetch? Yes, we do die to fetch. Non-fetch. Milson's kinda good against Doomsday, pretty funnily. 4 maniac leyline, 12 crabs, Court of Cunning, XT. I think upkeep is actually bad. I should have done that draw step. Yep, you get it again, lol. Now they can redraw the company. I really want them to sacrifice a Dryad. Maybe they're gonna sorcery speed the company to my verdict though. They also die if they flip Dryad and Remnant of Excavator. Maybe exiling the graveyard was better than gaining 4. Vintage will stream when? Wow, Meratin's Crusader. Very misspelled answers, but seriously. A couple of lands, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cell Graveyard is probably, I don't know, maybe Spirit is better. I don't think it matters much, but... Apparition is something they would keep in their hand, probably. Wait, inclusion of cosmetics in the list 2. Wow. Yeah, I have one and it's mostly kinda not very good. Book, I mean anything? Yes, it means a bun. Like bread. I should have flashed through 2 of the first Snapcaster on the last turn, but I forgot that I could have didn't see the Esper Charm. It'll me, I guess. Fine, that's a 3-4 under my control, but I go see 1-2 under theirs. Kinda XD. Yep, they held apparition as expected. Congrats and good luck in the rest. Proved too good for me to be able to pull it out. So, seems like my opponent consider that to be like all in good faith all the time. Makes sense, but pull it out is pretty funny, I agree. When Sin's so hard that you can pull it out, like in the Legend of King Arthur and Excalibur. Is Esper Control good or is it just kanister? Massive says that he's fine too. I think Esper might be somewhat of a fine deck. Chaoscar is a good anti-creature card, but you know, control goes back to being control. Like with Ura and Sanctuary it was supercharged and then now it's definitely not super and definitely not charged. But it is a deck. Maybe I'm gonna play it in a challenge next weekend. Maybe not. It is definitely on the like list of decks that are acceptable. Are you playing more Suset on standard? I think I would rather play some different decks. I think I might join the Switch Satellites Recycling. Also at the highest win rates according to some data, and I don't know where it comes from, but it exists on social media. Yes, most decks. Recycling. It's just worth investigating too, so I'm gonna play any satellite. What do you think of Nif Mythic winning the Modern Showcase? Well, I pull the same card as everyone pulls every single time. That one AGP. Remember that. With that simple line, you can invalidate every day that ever succeeds anywhere. Scred, 1 AGP.